It's like the CIA after they assassinated Kennedy in 1963. They admitted in 1967 that they created the word conspiracy theorist.
Alex Jones on You're Welcome with Michael Malice, number 237, about December 20th, 2022. Do you suspect conspiracies of powerful people are behind some important problems? Do you suspect President Kennedy was killed by a conspiracy? COVID-19 leaked from a gain-of-function lab. Have you been dismissed, ridiculed, even angrily insulted by friends, family, or colleagues, uncritically chanting the thought-stopping conspiracy theory label? How can you get friends, family, or colleagues to seriously consider the actual facts and logic? A popular method is to claim that the CIA invented the pejorative label conspiracy theorist and/or conspiracy theory to counter critics of the Warren Commission report on the assassination of President Kennedy. Several variations of this claim exist. They are derived from the book Conspiracy Theory in America, published in 2013 by Lance DeHaven Smith, which does claim this, citing a January 1967 CIA cable to overseas CIA stations declassified in the 1970s. This claim is unproven despite the affirmative statements in the book. The evidence presented in Conspiracy Theory in America is weak at best, consisting primarily of the 1967 cable. These are plots showing the frequency of use of conspiracy theory and other conspiracy-related pejorative labels in the 20th century, early 21st century. This plot zooms in on the 1960s. Contrary to claims, the phrase conspiracy theory was used in the modern pejorative sense occasionally in the 1940s and 50s. In philosopher Karl Popper's The Open Society and Its Enemies, first published in 1943, and in Columbia University historian Richard Hofstadter's Pulitzer Prize-winning The Age of Reform in 1955. Popper used conspiracy theory as shorthand for conspiracy theory of society, which he ridiculed. Hofstadter used conspiracy theory as shorthand for his conspiracy theory of history, which he ridiculed much the same as Popper. This language spread slowly among intellectuals and political junkies in the 40s and 50s, accelerating with the assassination of Kennedy in November 1963 for several years. The CIA cable uses the phrases conspiracy theories, conspiracy theorists, and conspiracy talk each once in the cable, which outlines factual and logical arguments to rebut critics of the Warren Commission. The cable does not direct CIA stations to use the conspiracy theory, conspiracy theorist, or conspiracy talk phrases in rebuttals, nor outlines a campaign to use the phrases as marketing slogans similar to advertising and public relation campaigns, such as Wendy's highly successful Where's the Beef campaign in 1984-85. And this plot shows the Where's the Beef phrase usage soars from almost nothing, and it was taken over and used by Walter Mondale to shoot down Senator Gary Hart during the Democratic primaries in 84. So it's very widely used, very successful campaign. You see a very sharp spike. There is no spike in use of conspiracy theory or conspiracy theorist in 1967. Only a moderate increase in use that started in 1964 and leveled off in 1971. The conspiracy theory's language was used to attack both critics of the Warren Commission, Senator Barry Goldwater, his followers, and the then highly publicized John Birch Society. The pejorative label conspiracy theorist did not start to be used until the late 70s, even then rarely, and took off in the late 1980s, as shown in the plot above. Let me make this a little bit larger so you can see a little bit better. Zoom in on this plot, because I do want to show this plot carefully. And you can see that we really don't see conspiracy theorist doing much of anything until the 80s. It was used every now and then. But again, you can see it doesn't shoot up worth a darn in 64 or 67. And conspiracy talk, another phrase used in the CIA cable, has never caught on. And of course, we can see a surge, a moderate increase in usage from 64 to 71, leveling off in the 70s, and then starting to explode exponentially in the 80s, 90s to the present day. Claiming the CIA invented conspiracy theorist or conspiracy theory and or citing DeHaven Smith's book is preaching to the converted. Dismissive or hostile family, friends, and colleagues will examine the book and correctly find its claims unproven and weak at best. This will almost certainly add to their skepticism and willingness to dismiss facts and logic labeled conspiracy theory by authority figures they trust. Want to know more? Our article, Did the CIA Create the Conspiracy Theory Label?, is a detailed review of conspiracy theory in America with a detailed analysis of DeHaven Smith's claims. Our video, Did the CIA Invent the Conspiracy Theory Label?, reviews the same material. We go through the article in an audio-video format. This concludes this video presentation. If you like this video, please click like. Please click subscribe and the notification bell if you would like to receive more content from us. You can avoid internet censorship by subscribing directly to our RSS news feed. Please consider sharing the link by email and on your website or blog, in addition to liking, upvoting, or sharing on increasingly censored, advertising beholden, big company social media. We have encountered such censorship. Mathematical software is developing algorithms and software to automate data analysis, reducing the risks of costly errors and increasing the predictive power of the results. You can support our work financially by subscribing on our Patreon page, https://www.patreon.com/mathsoft, or scanning the QR code in the lower right corner.